Join the Meat Sauce and Miller Lite at D. Michael B's in Albertville next Thursday from 5 to 7. Stop by for drink specials, games, and to register for a chance to win a spot in the Vikings Foundation Golf Tournament. All the details now at KFAN.com. Just make the keyword golf.
Where is D. Michael B's?
Sounds like one of those, like, gotcha things. It's over off of Lamplight Drive. In Albertville?
In Albertville.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I know where it's at. It's over by the mall, right by the outlet mall.
Right.
Like on the other side of the freeway
where the
from
old
Space
new,
Aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where the old new place used to be. Like, they're going to turn that, by the way, remember how outlet mall had two sides?
Yep.
Yeah.
The side that's empty now, they're going to turn it into like a grocery store and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
On the right side there?
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's where the old Puma store used to be before they moved it to the other side.
Yeah.
From the other side.
It didn't always seem to never make sense you'd go to one side of the mall, park,
Yeah.
and then you're like, well, I'm not going to walk across that main road there. So you would get back in your car, then repark. It does make a lot more sense to just have all of the outlet mall in the same spot. You know what I'm saying?
Malls.
So do I. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're great.
I love them.
I don't know why I do, though, but I do. And that's a good one. The
Good
Egan
deals.
one's good, too. What else we got? Egan and Albertville are the two that are kind of major in the cities, correct?
Yeah. Is Egan relatively new?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I drove by it not long ago, and I was like, I didn't even know this thing was here.
Yeah, right down 77, right?
Yeah, right.
A couple minutes south of the mall. Outlet malls. You know?
Okay.
As long as they have pretzels, man. You got to have an Annie Ann's pretzel stand somewhere in there.
Have to.
Otherwise, you're wasting my time.
Obvi. I want to do this.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Hi.
Presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Thank you, St. Paul Saints. Home opener coming up here on the 31st. Let's go baseball season. Okay. You guys remember Pi Day the other day?
Yeah.
Sure. 14th.
I was listening to a podcast called the Bets and Quotes Podcast. And they are a show about this show.
It's like Inception, yeah.
Yeah.
Show within a show within a show.
But they do their own show. And sometimes it's better than this show.
Couldn't agree more.
And I was listening to one of them. He goes by the name Quotes. And he was talking about his A job, which is being a teacher of the math variety.
Nightmare.
Yeah, correct.
And he said that every year on Pi Day, he does this contest where the student who can remember the most digits of pi gets to either eat a pie or pie him in the face.
My guess is the kids are going to pick pieing their teacher in the face.
Well, I need the rest of the story on that.
more memorable.
But even more important was the story he told, which to him sounded like it was no big deal. And I was walking through the streets of Eagle River, Wisconsin. I almost crapped myself when he said this. Would you like to tell that story real quick, please?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning,
This is Smitty Oom, Power Trip Quotes, whatever you want to call me.
Hi.
Hi, Smitty.
But yeah, I do this this contest every year. I've done it for probably 20 some years. And so, yeah, it's kind of old hat for me. It's always impressive to me, the students who put up a big score. But I'm at a new school this year, and so I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't even know if I was going to do the contest, but you know, I can't help myself. Pi Day's coming up and you want to do something. So I like you said, I offer a prize. Either I bake you a pie or you pie me in the face. We can talk about the ratio. And I never know if it's going to be 10 digits or hundreds of digits. And I never know which students are going to get involved. And so this year in my classes, I've got some really high level classes. I've got some other just kind of, we call them on level classes. And it was in my on-level geometry class when, hey, anyone going to participate in Mr. Oom's contest this year?
Before you say the number, I want them to guess, but go ahead.
Okay. And this girl raises her hand and says, yeah, I'll do it. And this girl doesn't participate in class a lot, and does a fine job, but I wasn't expecting anything from this person. And so she stands up in front of the room and starts 3.1415, and I'll let you guess. What do you think the winning number was this year?
How many digits of pi did she remember off the top of her head?
Paul, your hands up.
This may sound dumb. It's endless, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think what I could do. And I'm going to probably have to quadruple that.
So hang on a second, just to clarify. So this was, how much time do they have to practice or memorize this?
I think I probably announced the contest maybe a month ahead of time.
Okay. Because, like, if you gave them an hour, the number is pretty small, even for a really smart kid. It'd be hard to practice and memorize a really, really long number within an hour. If you gave them a month and somebody was motivated, maybe even, like you said, quietly motivated, where it didn't seem like they were interested, but all of a sudden, boom, they cared. And
that's what I tell them a month ahead of time. If you do, like, 3 digits a day for the next 30 days, that's almost 100 digits, just like that.
Right. All right, if it's a number that made Chris almost crap his pants.
And maybe I'm dumb because my memory's so bad. And it's not just because I'm old. I've never been able to do this kind of thing.
And based on, you just tipped your hand a little bit. If it's, 3 times 30 or something, you're already talking 90. I'm going to say she did something like, I'll go 150.
I'll go 140.
I'm going to do what I did. I got about 20, so I'm going to say, I'm going to quadruple that. I'm going to say 80.
And I don't think you're kidding. You white bear math over there. You know 20 digits right now off the top of your head?
I think I could probably
give it a shot. He'll confirm.
3.14159. Oh crap. 2635 2653589792384.
I think you.
Damn it!
You're so close.
Yeah, that's so much better than I can do.
I can't.
And that's crazy because the amount that Zach just did, if you use that version of pi to calculate a circle the size of the planet Earth, if you had the distance across the diameter of a circle that big and you multiply by Zach's version of pi that he just rattled off, you're going to calculate the circumference of our planet to within an inch of the actual circumference.
Wow. That's incredible. Math, man.
Wow,
but this young lady did.
She did 250 digits.
Yeah,
250.
Wow.
250.
Did she win?
Wow.
She won. Yeah. There was a couple guys who got like 95 or 78 or something like that.
What's the most you've ever had? Somebody do.
The most I've ever had, this was a few years ago, and I knew it was going to happen, so I had Jana Shortle come out and cover it for breaking the news, but 500 is my all-time record.
Damn.
Which is crazy. And I talk about that with the class. After she rattles it off, I talk about that. 10 digits and you've got the circumference of our planet, and 30 digits and you can do the universe. And the rest of it's just kind of an exercise in curiosity, which is kind of what I'm all about.
All right. Between the four of us, how many do we think Sauce can get? Can he get 3?
Yeah.
After the decimal point?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was so insulted by that. Oh my gosh.
No.
Listen, I this was never an exercise they even asked us to do, so this is all brand new to me. Did pi exist when I was in school?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say you can get 5.
He can't get past.
It's 3.14.
That's it.
5?
I was going to say, now you have like a 1 in 10 chance.
No idea. I didn't pay attention to any of that.
No, I can't name it past 3.14.
Yeah. Oh.
Never.
I thought you could do a ton of it.
No.
Sounds like something you would know.
No. Never cared to learn past the 4.
Impressive.
That's impressive.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
And for the contest, of course, there's the 2 choices, either pie me in the face or have me bake a pie. And you'd think high school kids, they'd love to pie their teacher in the face.
Yeah. I would think it's unanimous.
In the history,
Man.
like legitimately 20, 22, 23 years that I've been doing this, I think I've been pied in the face by 4 different people, one of whom was my own daughter when she won the contest.
Brilliant.
She has to.
She has to.
She has to, yeah. That's brilliant.
That said, I think this year, it's not official, but I believe she's going to choose to pie me in the face. So we'll have to do that. We're on spring break right now, which is why I'm here. But after spring break, we'll do that up.
That's great.
Wow. That's great.
I truly think almost anybody could do this if they did it the way you described it. Like, instead of going, well, I can't memorize 150 or 250 numbers. Well, if you broke it down 3 or 4 at a time and just practiced them in groups and literally just practiced every day, it would just be a matter of doing reps, right? It might take you a couple of months, but then you could do it.
Yep, absolutely.
It's memorization more than, it's not math, it's memorization.
When my daughter won it, she probably knew about 10 digits the morning of, and she's like, well, heck, I've got my dad's class 7th hour. And so she just sat in her study hall and just really in her short-term memory, and I think she got 119 or something like
Damn.
that. And that was
That's
just
a one-day practice?
in 1 day. But
That's impressive.
But
is
then
impressive.
ask her the next day, and she probably couldn't have done it because
Right.
it was just short-term memory and purged after the fact.
Wow.
Man.
Impressive. That's cool, man.
Cool.
School's fun.
School is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Can
a
be.
long
Yeah, it can be
number,
when
man.
you make it fun.
That is a long. It just goes on forever.
It's infinite.
How far could you go?
That's hot.
Probably not much farther than Zach, honestly. I mean, like maybe 25 or something like that. So when the kids are reciting it, I've got it printed out in front of me, and I'm just keeping track as they're going. And, sometimes they'll goof up, and I'll give them a chance. I'll go back 5 digits to, 8838 or whatever, and they pick it up from there. But it's a lot of fun, and it just gets people talking about math. Why we're sitting here on the Power Trip Morning Show talking about pi and math, and
what we
that's
do.
cool stuff.
Tommy
The
turned the
pie
radio
is
off.
what
we do.
Yeah.
Pie is not surprising.
All right, let's try this then. Sauce, I want to pick you up. Right, let's get you going. Let's give you some confidence.
You hurt your
Take
back.
me out.
All right. That was how many numbers of pi after the decimal point can somebody memorize, correct? How many numbers can Sauce name?
1.
Hang on, let us guess first.
Oh.
That was his answer.
Oh,
By the way, there's a piday.org. They smell. They have 1 million on this webpage. There's 1 million pi numbers.
Yeah.
Just keeps going and going and going and going.
Kind of like this show sometimes.
Yep.
Amen, brother.
oh boy.
What time is it?
Rather be pied in the face.
Why? Why in such a?
I'm in a
weird
great mood. Just making fun of you. It's
Yeah,
in my
man.
contract,
That's what
man.
he has to do.
Which is fine.
This might
Yeah.
crash my computer.
I've been pretty nice Monday through Thursday, so I got to catch up or I'm going to get fired.
Yeah. I hope you don't get fired.
I'm on pace to be there by 9. We're fine.
How is this calculated?
Hello.
Like, how do they get to, like, he says it's 1 million. So is that, how do they know that the 444,333rd number is a 2?
That's a great question. How do they calculate pi? And there's lots of different ways of doing it. There's infinite series where you take, 1/4 minus 3/4 plus 5/4, and just for reasons that we definitely can't talk about right now. But a guy named Archimedes years and years and years ago,
Yeah, from Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
sure, put a polygon around a circle and a polygon inside a circle.
Whoa, what?
Well, I don't want to say circumscribe, but you're making me do it.
No, he was just confused by shapes.
Yeah, the shapes got me.
But basically, he could do this in ancient Greek times, and he could calculate polygons, and he could figure out that a circle is somewhere in between these things, and with technology, computers. And that's another reason why do we do this is computer programming. And can I create a processor that can calculate more digits of pi faster than the current processor? And that might be a selling point for my, my Intel processor or whatever.
I caught zero
Yeah, I know.
logic and all that. And that last bit, pure
It
gibberish.
is fascinating, though, right? Like math is God. Like it's in everything. It's a piece of everything. I think that's just fascinating. I don't understand a bit of it, but I think it's fascinating. Even music, everything is math.
Yep, I've had students who have done science fair projects using the golden ratio in music and breaking down different artists and looking at either the tones that they're using or the length of time of different segments of a song and just how it's related to all these wonderful, magical things in mathematics.
Or letting Tool do the Fibonacci sequence just to show off.
Or the idea, and I've heard this somewhere, I forget where, I wish I could credit the person, but his theory on the Pink Floyd Wizard of Oz thing was that it just happens that the math works perfectly, just because math is undefeated. And it just happens that they line up because of the math of the Wizard of Oz movie and the math of the Dark Side of the Moon. Think about that. It could be. That could be the reason that it lines up.
I don't know,
It
man.
just does.
Lyrics like raise the blade, make the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There's just so many coincidences. Pink Floyd's a bunch of liars.
Which one's pink?
100%.
It's very much like it almost feels like the TLC bit and the other guys.
Yeah.
like
They're all in on it. But they don't want
I
you
know
to.
you're talking. I don't.
No idea what you're talking
know
about.
you're.
God, love Michael Keaton. Sauce, you want to do
Thanks,
sports when we
Smitty
get
Oom,
back?
too.
Thank you.
I'd love to.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing that. The other Smitty Oom.
And what are the first Let's go 8. What are the first 8 letters after the decimal point in pi? Sauce, pay attention.
3.14.
So, Sauce, 1, 4.
Letters.
Go ahead. 1, 4.
159.
159.
26.
26.
53.
5. All right, stop there. 14 159 2653. Sauce, say that again. 14 159 2653.
14 159 2693.
53.
53.
Do it one more time. 14 159 2653.
14 159 2693.
53. I was going to say, can he remember it through the commercial break? He can't remember it through 3 seconds.
Say it again.
14 159 2653.
14 159 2593.
You haven't said a second 9.
93.
53. Forget it.
Only if she's...
Pie him in the face. Sauce will do sports after this on the Fin.
Feel the energy of the state of hockey. Minnesota Wild Hockey is back at Grand Casino Arena. Don't miss the speed, the hits, and the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at wild.com/tickets. So good luck for tomorrow's game. That's not going to happen.
Oh, what? What's not going to happen?
It sold the F word out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were predicting a loss for your beloved squad.
No.
All right.
Predicting a hell of a hockey game.
All right, everybody
A
relax.
heck of a hockey game.
It might be cool. You naked mole rat.
Whoa. Naked mall rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that topless fortune teller from Mallrats.
Hey, Clark,
Yes, sir.
do you know who Greg Phillips is?
Greg Phillips.
I'll just tell you. December, he was elected to lead FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery.
Okay, nope.
Okay? FEMA, you're familiar?
Yep, sure.
Do you know that he claims that he was involuntarily teleported to a Georgia Waffle House?
Oh.
Then I'm glad he's in charge.
That's a true story. I'm not making that up. He said it on multiple podcasts. Said he was
Really?
transported. Transport is not right.
Like teleported.
Teleported
Yep.
50 miles from where he was to a Waffle House. And I say to him, I want that to happen to me because I love Waffle House.
Definitely great to have people in really high positions of power believe that they've been teleported to Waffle House.
You.
That's good for all of us. Everybody's doing great. Country's on path, on the right path. We're doing great.
Maybe they have.
Maybe they have core.
I mean, let's say aliens exist and they are teleporting us to and fro.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sick move to be like, let's send this son of a bitch to Waffle House.
I mean,
Yeah.
This guy looks like he wants breakfast.
Yeah.
he went to the Waffle House in Rome, Georgia. I would want to go to the Waffle House in Las Vegas, Nevada.
See, there's that. Exactly.
Is there one?
They're just trolling him. This is a blackout, right? This guy got hammered, and he's like, I got teleported.
I was with my boys one time, and I was telling them I was going to go to Waffle House and get Waffle House. And I ended up at a Waffle House. This was in Georgia, and I ended up at a Waffle House like 50 miles away from where I was, he said.
He blacked out.
And they were like, where are you? And I said, a Waffle House. And a Waffle House where? And I said, Waffle House in Rome, Georgia. And they said, that's not possible. You just left here a moment ago. But it was possible. It was real.
Yeah, see?
I want to
Case
say
closed.
to the aliens who are listening to the radio show right now, please transport me to the Bunny Ranch immediately, if not sooner.
I think it closed.
I don't care.
Yeah, look, I'll gladly be proven wrong. If one of our alien overlords is listening and can teleport me right now to the Las Vegas Strip, do it, and I will immediately say, I was wrong. You did it. And then we're all happy.
Can we have them transport Tom up the elevator to here? Because he's here.
How about, hang on, how about like Wonka Vision, right? Where he was going to transmit candy bars through people's TVs, and then Mike TV.
Mike TV got transported.
He's over our head in a million pieces.
Yeah.
If our alien overlords, instead of sending me to Las Vegas or Chris to the Bunny Ranch, how about they just teleport Waffle House breakfast to us?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Well said.
I don't want to
will
go
serve
anywhere. I
them.
just want breakfast.
Yeah.
I will serve you, my alien overlords.
Yeah, we know.
I will be your sex slaves.
That was implied.
Yeah, the whole town knows. Yeah,
And again, they know. They're
they know.
I don't know. I whispered it. We're on the radio. I didn't have to whisper
know.
it.
yeah, and you've definitely Googled alien porn.
They probably don't like it as much if I love it so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd leave you here.
Exactly.
Nah, don't bring that
Chris
one.
is the one that's on the side of the road in Indiana going, they just dropped me off. Sure they did, buddy.
Yeah, sure they did. Yeah, you and Pete Sauce.
I seemed way too enthusiastic. They said, this one's got to go.
Yep, you and Pete Sauce. They misread what you wrote down. They sent you with the wrong Lambert.
Make it a little rubber. Alien boy.
Man.
Having a fit? Man.
Anyway, there you go. That's I think
All right, he got
that's
teleported.
incredible.
Can I give you a quick hot take?
I don't care.
On teleportation or aliens or sports?
Of course on food.
Oh yeah, of course.
Waffle House
Don't
is
say it.
overrated.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
It's just like Perkins is better. Embers, when it was around, was better. Good Day Cafe is better.
Well, that's not even, come on. We're
man.
talking about chain restaurants versus Good
Sure,
Day. Good
but
Day
like,
crushes all of them for
Perkins
breakfast.
is better than Waffle
been to
House.
Waffle House?
Yeah. I have. In your hometown.
How'd you get there?
My hometown.
Well, not in your home state. I've been to one in Indiana, yeah.
How'd you get there?
I drove
How long did it take you?
about 5 minutes. It's fine.
Teleported.
But like, I think it's like the in and out effect. If we had Waffle House here, I think we'd feel the same.
Nope. No.
They're popular.
Yeah, but like,
They're open 24 hours.
yeah, McDonald's breakfast is better.
Please, Your Honor, can you shut him up? I'm trying to make a point.
You're a judge now? Who swore you in?
The alien overlords.
Thank you. It's open 24 hours.
I like your hat.
Thank you. There's no better place to go when you're about 3 sheets to the wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You walked like 2 miles to one.
Easy. My teleporter was broke.
It's one of my favorite things that happens behind the scenes, by the way, is Tom says he's here. Zach went downstairs to find him, and they can't find each other.
He went to the bathroom.
Oh, let me tell Zach, go into the bathroom and see if Tom's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wyatt was taking a blank. Sports time.
Look
Sports boy.
under the stall
Sports
or
boy.
over the stall.
Or tap under
like
the stall.
PA does.
Wait, he watched you take a dump, right?
Over the top of the stall, yeah.
Yeah. He
was
Like our
looking-
alien overlords.
He was looking at me.
I think he also tickled Max while Max was peeing.
Yeah, he did.
Sure did, yeah.
Yeah.
He saw my fur.
All right, why don't you do sports until Tom gets up here?
All right. I will, sports boy. The Wild lost 2-1 to the Black Hawks. The Wild are 39-19-12. They have a massive showdown tomorrow at 3 o'clock when they battle the Stars right here in St. Paul. You can hear that game right here on The Fan. Zach, too, your thoughts?
I'm going to go.
Okay, well said. The Twins open their season 6 days from today in Baltimore at 2:05. Hey, we found him.
Boogie.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. No, you're doing great.
No,
Everybody's
Zach
doing great.
couldn't find you.
Corey gave me the hand signal like 20 minutes ago.
What are you talking about? It was like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm a very impatient person.
The Gopher women are a 4th seed in the NCAA tournament. They will battle Green Bay today at 5 p.m. Your Gophers are 22.5-point favorites. You can hear that game on KFAN Plus.
You want action? Think
Well, I
the
would
Gophers are going to cover?
Yeah, I'd take the Gophers. You want in?
No, I don't want to gamble against you.
Why?
I don't like giving you money. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Good morning, Tom Pelissero.
How we doing, everybody?
Really, really good.
Good.
We have a lot of Vikings-related questions, but that's next segment, so this is just nonsense.
So I should just weigh in on Gopher basketball.
If you want to, yeah. Well, you spent some time in Green Bay. Do the Lady Green Bay whatevers have some
What's
games?
the team name?
The Green Bay Phoenix.
Is that what it is? The Phoenix?
The Phoenix.
Man, you know a lot.
They've
The
been
Phoenicians.
they've been good for a long time.
13 seed. Let's go. What else you got, Sauce?
The Wolves battle the Blazers tonight at 7. Your Wolves have won 2 straight, and they are 2.5-point favorites.
Can you hear that one on the fan?
You can. March Madness was madness yesterday. Duke almost lost to Siena. Michigan beat Howard 101-80. Houston crushed Idaho 78-47. Michigan State dominated North Dakota State 92-67. Illinois beat Pennsylvania 105-70. Gonzaga beat Kennesaw State 73-64. Nebraska got their first ever tournament victory 76-47 over Troy. Arkansas beat Hawaii 97-78. High Point beat Wisconsin 83-82. Vanderbilt beat McNeese 78-68. Louisville beat South Florida 83-79. VCU came back from 19 down to beat North Carolina 82-78. Texas beat BYU 79-71. Texas A&M beat St. Mary 63-50. TCU beat Ohio State 66-64.
You don't have
And
to do
St.
this.
Louis.
Yeah, this is enough. People have they can check
can't
on their
listen,
phones.
and I just can't wait for AI to take over.
Guaranteed human though.
Kensaw is ready.
Kensa,
Well, I'm sorry.
Vanderbilt. Ew, that was a wild ride, but we got there.
Yeah, we got there. We got them all in.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
You could hear them all on the plus today.
Yes, 96.7.
92.5, yep.
The plus.
The plus. Oh, man. Tom, you guys have office brackets there at the old NFL Network. Do you guys gamble on basketball? Are you guys allowed to do that?
We are strictly forbidden.
Come on, man. NFL Network's no fun. Let the man gamble.
Well, no, I've got
Let him scratch the
Zach
itch.
and I were talking about it on the way up. I'm
about this?
12 days away from being a Disney employee. So who knows? At that point, I assume all bets are off since I'm watching Joe Fortenbaugh right now doing best bets on TV.
Exactly. Well said.
Maybe that means I can talk about them, but I can't make them. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
It's unclear. But no, $0 is what you're allowed to have in a pool in the NCAA tournament.
As a future Disney employee, do you get like fast passes? Do you get discounts at the parks? What do you get?
First question to him.
Unclear. That seems to be. It's probably something I should try to find out.
Yeah, your girls would want to go to Disney, right? Have you taken them to Disney or not?
My wife texted me yesterday out of context and said, I will never come to Orlando again because she was stuck there on a lengthy delay. So I think Orlando's out. She's also vetoed Disney in the past. Last time we were there, I was like, all right, I want to, we got to do one theme park, right? Do you guys want to do Universal? You want to do Disney? They voted for the Fun Spot, which is like the raggedy $20 thing with like one roller coaster. They loved it. Like 12 straight hours riding the same roller coaster
Who voted
over and
for
over.
that?
Yeah,
I was voting for the thing that would cost me the most money.
Right.
Like, no, let's go to the Fun Spot. It's got one roller coaster. Rode it all day, no lines. I was like, all right,
It's not bad, though.
that works.
That's not even a good name, right? The Fun Spot.
I think that
should
I'm
be
pretty
like
sure
in
that's what it's called.
Cambridge.
I'm pretty sure there might be one
Orlando
there.
theme park.
I will
It's
say.
right between Isanti and Princeton.
Exactly.
Guess what they do have, though, Cora?
Oh, probably
products.
cheese curds or something.
An Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a fun spot. Well, let's do Vikings as we get back.
Wait, can I?
Yeah.
Never mind. We got to go to break. I at some point, have you guys read this article about what it costs and what the Minnesota Golden Gophers have to do to play in this tournament they're playing in Vegas?
No.
This is unbelievable.
Can't wait to hear.
It's somebody snuck
should go cover it.
Sportico a copy of the contract. It's just so weird.
All right, let's talk about it when we get back.
All right.
Then I want to ask Pelissero about Carson Wentz because that the signing broke yesterday morning, and it confused the hell out of us. We have a lot of questions for Tom. We'll see if
I
he
put
can
a lot of
clarify.
context in that tweet.
Really did.
You're kind of connected.
You
seem
really
connected.
did. You seem
A little bit
connected. We'll talk with NFLnetworks.com Tom Pelissero, a future Disney employee, after this on The Fan.
Hey, you can hang out with Max Fuller and I today at Hop House at Mystic Lake for our bracket bash watch parties. We tip them off at 11 a.m. You can tip it off with Max at 11 a.m. I'll be there at 3 o'clock with wall-to-wall action from the tournament and your shot at big prizes, including 65-inch TV giveaway. All the details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
You got that right, and it is time.
It's time. Let's go.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Your truck accessories pro.
Marnie
Marnie
Gellner.
Stone.
Tom Pelissero, Marnie Gellner.
Yes.
Tom was just telling me he's going to the Wolves game tonight.
Kid's first game.
Oh, awesome.
Although the younger one, though, is complaining because he's like, Ant's not playing. I don't have another jersey. I'm like, well, it's not required that you wear a jersey of an active player. He will probably be there. He just won't be playing basketball.
I think she deserves a new jersey.
Yeah, I don't hear about that. She said she wanted a Dante DiVincenzo jersey. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good long-term play.
Yeah.
A Bones Highland jersey right now. Bones is playing awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
Do
loves
they know
Bones.
the Bones Selly if he hits a 3-pointer?
There's
Are they
a lot
ready?
of that celebration going on around the house. Yeah,
It's the best. It's the best. Bones is killing it, man. He's playing really well.
He's really fun.
Yeah.
He's
Seems like a
really
fun dude.
fun and genuine and genuinely connects with the crowd and the fans. So you could feel good about a Bones Highland jersey,
All right,
Tom.
here we go.
I'll show you what
I'm
the
going to
team
get guilted
store
enough
is.
tonight. I don't need it to start at 7:45 a.m.
Hey, Hawk, remember when Rosie told you to get a Carlos Gomez jersey and he was traded like a year and a half after?
Yep.
You still have it?
You
sure
instigated me.
And it's not like a it was an authentic like $150 jersey.
Ain't cheap.
Carlos Gomez.
Yep.
He looked like he was the real deal for a couple of months there.
Yep.
How long do you have to wait, though, until that jersey then becomes very fun? In other words, like to the point where it's like it's been 5 years, and someone's like, why in the world do you have the authentic Carlos Gomez jersey?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, how about just 3 months ago, this Christmas, right before the big Quinn Hughes trade, my wife was buying Christmas presents for the nieces and the nephews and got my nephew Jake a Zeev Boehm jersey.
Oh, no.
And then it was like, well, what do we do with this? Right. Like, I guess
poor
it's just
Zeev.
take it, I guess. Like, what are you going to do with it? Like, it's
Because for a year or two, it's like, do you know he's not on the team?
exactly. Then you look like an idiot.
You got to get a certain distance
Yeah.
before it
5-10
becomes
years.
like a fun, like, oh, you're wearing that ironically.
Oh, got it.
It's just
yeah.
sad
Yep.
until
Poor
it becomes ironic and fun.
Zeev Boehm. What a name. Just when we
Great
learned how to
name.
pronounce it and you got traded. All right, we got a lot to talk about. Chris wants to get to that contract thing. I'm curious about what that's all about. But before that, it is Vikings news. Tom, walk us through this. We were very confused yesterday because Kyler Murray's a Viking. For now, J.J. McCarthy is a Viking. And now they signed Carson Wentz, which confused us because it kind of muddies the what is the plan with J.J. McCarthy if you sign a guy like Carson, who seems to be a guy that, like, if Kyler is the starter and gets hurt and they want a veteran, then you hand it to Carson probably. And if that's the case, then what are you doing with J.J. in year 3?
What I would say is 2022 and 2024, when the quarterback stayed healthy, Kirk and Sam Darnold, the Vikings were like 25-11 or something. Like, I mean, a really good record. The other 2 years, you had Jaron Hall start a game. You had to trade for Josh Dobbs. You rolled out Max Brosmer in Seattle. You need 3 quarterbacks. You need options. And so they were always going to add a third guy, whether it was, bringing in a Flacco or somebody of that ilk. They wanted to have a third player that they could actually play in a game. So this was always intended. This was the plan was, they were going to bring in competition for J.J. McCarthy. They also wanted to bring in a third quarterback just so that they're not, oh crap, we got to trade for somebody, or oh no, we got to put somebody out there when they're not ready. There's a lot of ways this can go. I don't see this going the way of Carson Wentz as the week 1 starter. It's much more likely that this is, all right, if Kyler beats out JJ's probably the 2, Carson's the 3. If it's not a fit for Kyler in the system and JJ beats him out, JJ starts, now you're figuring out, all right, is Kyler the 2? Are you trading Kyler? Are you elevating Wentz? But it's not a Carson Wentz. This is not bearing on J.J. McCarthy so much as it is they wanted to have optionality with the room. There's a lot of different things that can happen between now and September or now in January. This just gives them one more guy who played pretty well in the system. Kevin O'Connell loves Wentz. The shoulder that was, falling off his body at the end of the year when he wanted to play. Let's emphasize this. He wanted to play. The doctor said he wasn't going to make it worse. He ended up having surgery. Like, that's healed now. So it's a low risk type of an addition to the room where you're probably going to carry 3 quarterbacks on the active roster because of what you've seen in 2023 and 2025.
That makes sense.
So you truly believe, because I don't, but maybe, again, you
can feel the skepticism in the room.
You're pretty tapped in. I don't believe there's an actual quarterback competition. I think it's Kyler, because I don't think you bring him in and you can say we're not going to name him the starter, but I don't think you bring him in. I don't think he wants to come here unless he thinks he's starting week 1.
No, he's definitely coming in with that mentality, but it is going to be a competition. Kyler hasn't played in this offense before. It may be a hit. It may work out great. It may work out not so great. We don't know that. And because he's on a minimum deal, you're not really taking any type of financial risk by bringing him in. For Kyler, this was always the spot he wanted to come. And people wonder, like, well, why couldn't they trade him? Why couldn't they get anything for him? Because Kyler would have just said no to redoing his contract to facilitate a trade. Even if it was, hey, the other team's going to pick up $5 million, $3 million, whatever, kind of like we saw Geno Smith and Justin Fields in those trades. Kyler would just go, no, I'm owed $40 million. I want to go to Minnesota. Like, that's where I want to go. He could veto a trade to virtually anywhere else. Maybe if Atlanta had an opening, that would have been a consideration, but they obviously went and got Tua because they wanted him and Penix. For Kyler, this is the best opportunity for him to play, to be under a really good coach, to win a job in his mind that he's going to do, and then hit free agency again in 2027, which was the key part of that contract, was that he had a no-tag clause in it as well. But we don't know that. If this works out as well as the Vikings and Kyler are hoping that it could, maybe you're signing Kyler, and maybe that's your long-term quarterback, and maybe you found the answer. But he's going to have the power because he's got the no-tag clause to control his future beyond this season. But it also might just go, you know what? This doesn't really fit. Kyler is really good in terms of creating things off schedule. He's never played in like a precision type of an offense like you have with Kevin O'Connell. He grew up in the air raid. He played under Cliff Kingsbury. He played with Drew Petzing, who runs stuff with similar concepts, but it's still not exactly the same as Kevin O'Connell. Because O'Connell's system, like, it's a misnomer to say it's the, carbon copy Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay system. Like, it's a blend of different things. Kevin trained under, Jay Gruden. He was with Bill Belichick. He's been with a lot of different people. So let's see. It could go really well for Kyler. It could go not so well. JJ could come and be the same guy, or JJ could be vastly improved.
What is your prediction, Tom? What do you think? Is he going to work in this offense? If you had to make a prediction right now, do you see it working?
I mean, if he's fully healthy, he brings a dimension to the game that you just don't normally get, which is, the elusiveness. We've seen JJ obviously use his legs some too, but Kyler is rare in that regard. He wasn't healthy last year. He hurt his foot, didn't need surgery, so he'll be fully healthy and ready to roll. So I'd say, Hawk, I mean, I think that the odds are better than, more likely than not that it's going to fit, but you just don't know. And, there's a big emphasis, too, on, like, they want to play a certain style of football and they want to play defense. They want to protect the football. If Kyler's a turnover machine getting used to this thing in the preseason, it might be like, you know what? We feel better about JJ, but JJ's got a say in this. I think that everybody's just going, well, it's all right. They signed Wentz. Like, that's the end of JJ. They're clearly getting rid. I don't believe that at all. Everything I've been told, and of course, Kevin's on the record saying, organizations fail young quarterbacks before young quarterbacks fail organizations. Is it the worst thing in the world if Kyler wins the job and JJ spends this year as the 2? Learning, actually being able to take reps in practice, healthy. He's not been healthy his entire career in Minnesota. I mean, the meniscus injury that cost him his whole first year, the second procedure on the meniscus. Then last year he's got 3 different injuries, misses most of he hasn't played football. He hasn't practiced football. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to say, you know what, we still believe in the guy, but he's got a lot of growing to do. Maybe not having all the pressure on him to be the guy isn't the worst thing. So I've sitting here right now, and listen, there's a lot of things that happen in the NFL every year. Sitting here right now, I believe all 3 of these guys are on the roster in September. I can't tell you for sure who's going to be QB1, but I'd say if I were guessing, Carson Wentz is more likely to be QB3 than anything, because these are the 2 guys you're going into camp with and going, we want to find out which one of these guys is going to rise to the top.
What does it say about McCarthy, though, if a guy who's never been in this offense beats him out of the job? Is it just pure talent by Kyler Murray?
Was the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah, no, that's
2 Pro Bowls. I mean, he's got rare ability. He's really accurate with the football. Again, the off-schedule play creating and the elusiveness, the way that he can run. And that's a depreciating asset, too. Like, Kyler may not be running as well now as he did in 2019, but he's still pretty good and pretty, unique in terms of what he brings to the table. Again, from what I've understood, JJ is going to spend more time this offseason working with Justin Jefferson. He's going to be putting in that time. They're not going to try to fix the entire thing at once, but there are things mechanically and otherwise they wanted to do. And it's also just, JJ, he had a lot going on in his life last year. Maybe certain things can settle down. Maybe he can figure out. You have a baby in September and you're 22 years old and you're QB1 after missing your whole first year. Like, it's a lot. I'm not making excuses for the guy. It's just like, that's a lot on anybody's shoulders. Maybe with another year out, it's like, all right, you can figure out where you might need help and to kind of ease some of the strain around your life. And then on the field, how do you better take care of your body and not take unnecessary hits? Just try to put in all the work in the offseason to be as healthy as you can be. That's been as much of the issue for JJ as anything. I know that he's become extremely memeable nationally, and everybody wants to make jokes about 9 and all that. And I get it. I've brought it up to JJ before. He's not unaware that those things are out there. But you control that by coming out and just performing more consistently, because we've seen, I know I said 100 times on this show last season, we've seen the really good. The Detroit game is he can do that, but the bad can't be this bad. And you can't have these massive swings. That's the stuff that when you're as consistent as Kevin O'Connell is, and the defense is pretty consistent, the other aspects of the program are pretty consistent, you can't have the quarterback, the most important player on the field, having these wild swings, because it creates chaos within the program, and that's what they want to mitigate.
Do you think we have seen the best of Kyler Murray? Is that as good as he gets at the NFL level? Or can we see a better version in Minnesota?
Well, Please
say yes.
That's a great point, because the systems he's been in, the air raid offense, we've seen it have success at some levels, but it's never been really sustainable. And I know there's a long history. Cliff's a good coach, but his first 2 years in Arizona were much better than what it was at the end. His first year in Washington was much better than it was last year. And that was related to Jaden being hurt and a bunch of other injuries all around the team. It was not all on Cliff. But there's not a long-term sustained success around an air raid offense in the NFL. Kevin's offense has shown you can have success doing it. And so Kyler, you can at least argue, is it a better offense than he's been? He's around a collective organization that has stability and resources that it's not always been the case in Arizona. There is something in there. Otherwise, this would not have been, one of the top things on Kevin's to-do list in this offseason was giving Kyler a shot. Would they love to get Daniel Jones back here? Absolutely. But they weren't going to give him $100 million over 2 years like the Colts did. And the Colts had his rights because they transition tagged him. They could have matched. So they weren't going to get involved in that. Would they have been interested in Malik Willis at some point? I think they would have been. But beyond that, it was Kyler gave you upside that these other guys didn't. We talked about, could Kirk come back? Talked about Geno Smith. And there's scenarios where those guys are Flacco. All those guys could have been back. But Kyler is still 28, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in the prime of his career. Put him in the best offense possible, where he's not motivated by money. He has played. He's making $39 million this year, $36 million, because the Cardinals owe him all that money. But he's on a minimum deal with the Vikings. He's got the opportunity to be the number one free agent in 2027. You're going to get the most motivated Kyler Murray you've ever had. People say that as a guy, he's really grown a lot from his early days. I do think that the best could be out there for Kyler Murray. But what it's going to look like in this offense, it remains to be seen, because he's not run something like this before. He's not worked with receivers like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison before. It's going to be absolutely fascinating all the way through training camp.
You are electric.
When we come back, more of Tom Pelissero, more of Marty Gellner. Initials in 15 minutes. But we'll lead off Fan 5 with that Gopher thing, Chris, you were talking about, because I want to see... I want to know everything about this Vegas tournament, because I do think we should cover it. It's 12 days away. What are we doing? Let's book our tickets. What are we doing? Are we not going?
Yeah, we should.
Fan 5 in a second. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.